In this video, we're going to do two things. We're going to change the case of the text, and then we're also going to do something that's called a forced line break. So let's do this right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first paragraph, I'm going to triple click so I can actually select the entire paragraph. All right, and then I'm going to change it from right now it's Myriad Pro regular. I'm going to make it Myriad Pro bold. All right, and then I'm also going to change the point size. Right now it's at 12 point. I'm going to double that and make it 24 point. So now it's a headline. All right. So let's say, for example, I wanted to make this all caps. In other words, as you can see right now, there's only one capital letter. Well, actually, there's one capital letter here, and then of course capital C and capital T in Chevrolet Tahoe. All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to select the whole thing, and I'm going to make it all caps. So as I select the entire body of text, I go up to Type. I go down to where it says Change Case, and I can make it all uppercase. And as you can see now, it's all caps. All right, let me do a Command Z so I can change it back to something else. I can also change it to something that's called title caps. For example, where just the first letters of the first words are capitalized. So again, I have the type selected. I go over to Change Case, and I go over to Title Case. And as you can see now, and this is something you'll see is very, very common in advertising, where you have headings that have what they call initial caps. In other words, all the letters, all the words, the first letter of each word is capitalized. But then there's something else that's called caps and small caps. And this is something you'll primarily find it in book publishing. So let me do a Command Z, bring it back to where it was. And I go up to Type, and then I'm going to drop down to Change Case, and I'm going to do something that's called let's see. Well, actually, they don't have it here listed, which is odd. But I'm going to show you what it is, caps and small caps, by using the keyboard command. If you put your finger on the Shift key and the Command key, and you hit the letter H, you'll notice that. Now, why it's not in that listing, I don't know. But if you notice, it's all capital letters, but the lowercase letters are small caps, and the actual capital letters they're just their normal capital letters. So that's what you call caps and small caps. And that is, again, it's Shift, Command, and the letter H. And if you look up at the if you look up here in the menu, you'll see it's this configuration right here, where you have the capital T and the lowercase capital T, if you will. All right, so I'll do a Command Z. And then the next thing I want to show you guys is something that's called a forced line break. And what that is basically is, let's say, for example, you have a situation where what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this, do a Command A, all right, and then I'm going to do a Command Z and bring it back to where it was originally, where I had these two paragraphs of text. And the reason why I know I have two paragraphs is because you can, if I zoom in here, you'll see, let me just do this. I zoom in here, you see there's what they call a paragraph return right here. All right, so that lets me know that there are two paragraphs right here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select the whole body of text, and I'm going to add extra spacing between the paragraphs. So when I go up to Type, I drop down to Paragraph, and right over here, there's where it has the space after configuration. I'm going to put in the number 2, and that's going to make it 2 picas between the two paragraphs. So when I say Enter, I said OK. You can see there's a large gap here. There's the first paragraph, then there's 2 picas of space, and then there's the next paragraph. Well, let's say, for example, I want to put where it says the Bentley Bentiaga. All right. If I wanted to put that, I wanted it to still remain in the paragraph, but I wanted to put a break there. If I put my cursor in front of the word the, and if I just hit the return key, as you can see, it gives me another paragraph. So now I'm working with 3 paragraphs. But a forced line break is, and we call it a soft return. Again, you see the cursor is right there, but you put your finger on the Shift key and then you hit the return key, and if you notice, we have a forced line break, but it's still part of this paragraph. So in other words, we did not create a new paragraph. We were just able to decide where we wanted to put a line break within the paragraph. So and I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. Um, it looks like this little uh, broken line right here, and that denotes what they call a forced line break or a soft return, as opposed to this paragraph return right here, which is actually going to give you a paragraph. And by the way, I typically advise and I recommend that you do this. These symbols here, the dot here, the paragraph return, the forced line break or the soft return, these are what they call invisible characters. All right, and the way you can turn them on or off, you go up to type and you drop down to where it says hide. In this case, it's going to say hide hidden characters because we're looking at them. But I always suggest when you're doing a layout to show hidden characters so you can see exactly why certain things or the text is behaving the way it is by just looking at the spaces, the returns, the soft returns, and you can even have tabs. You can see all of these things. All right. So I highly recommend that you do keep them turned on. Now, just a little sidebar. When you are selecting text in a text frame, you double click. That selects the word. You click it 3 times. That selects the actual line itself. And then when you click it 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, that selects the paragraph. And then if you click it 5 times, it selects the entire story. So remember, double click is the word, triple click is the line, 4 clicks is the paragraph, and 5 clicks, that's the entire story.